Son of Batman is a direct-to-video animated superhero film which is part of the DC Universe animated original movies. It is an adaptation of Grant Morrison and Andy Kubert's 2006 Batman and Son storyline. The film was released as a digital download on April 22, 2014, and was released on home media May 6. It is a follow-up to Justice League, or as part of a new continuity established with Jason O'Mara reprising his role as Batman and David McCallum and Fred Tatasciore reprising their roles as Alfred Pennyworth and Killer Croc. Plot: at the headquarters of the League of Assassins, Ra's al Ghul grooms Damian Wayne to succeed him as head of the League. The League is attacked by a group of assassins led by Slade Wilson, Ra's al Ghul's initial choice for successor before Ra's meets Batman. Feeling betrayed, Slade decided to seize power. During the battle, Ra's is fatally wounded, dying before he reaches the Lazarus Pit. Although Damian stabs Slade in the eye, Slade escapes. Talia takes Damian to Gotham City to protect him. In Gotham City, Batman confronts Killer Croc, whom Talia subdues. She tells Batman about her father's death and leaves their son in his care. Although Damian wants to avenge Ra's al Ghul by killing Slade, Batman objects. Slade, now calling himself Deathstroke, captures Dr. Kirk Langstrom and his family to force him to recreate the Man-Bat formula. Batman follows a lead about the formula's mutagen to Langstrom's apartment, where he finds evidence of Deathstroke's involvement. Talia is captured by Deathstroke when she attacks him. Against Batman's orders, Damian leaves the Batcave and defeats one of Deathstroke's men. Before Damian kills him, Nightwing arrives, mistakes him for a criminal and subdues him before bringing him back to the Batcave. Batman berates Damian for his recklessness, willingness to kill and exposure of their operation, and makes him Robin to teach him discipline. Commissioner Gordon warns them about an abandoned stadium believed to house Deathstroke's men. At the stadium, Batman and Damian question Langstrom but are attacked when Damian becomes violent. In the cave, Langstrom reveals Deathstroke's plan to create superhuman, flight-capable assassins. While Nightwing works with Langstrom on an antidote, Batman and Damian rescue his family. Batman guesses that Talia has been abducted when he finds evidence of torture in an empty cell, but is unaware that Deathstroke challenged Damian to a duel in exchange for Talia's life. Nightwing learns that Deathstroke is operating in an oil rig off the United Kingdom coast, and when Batman is distracted, Damian goes to the rig. He finds Deathstroke and Talia in an underwater base with a swarm of Man-Bats and another Lazarus Pit, whose fluid Deathstroke intends to sell. Damian pulls a gun on Deathstroke, who holds one against Talia's head. Damian drops his gun. Deathstroke fires at him, but Talia jumps out and takes the shot. As Deathstroke corners Damian, Batman appears and the Man-Bats attack. Batman wards them off with sonar-emitting devices, and Deathstroke flees. Batman takes Talia into the Lazarus Pit, while Nightwing and Langstrom reach the oil rig and cure the Man-Bats. Damian defeats Deathstroke, refusing to kill him because he is his father's son. The elevator from the rig to the underwater base is destroyed, flooding the base. Batman, Talia and Damian escape, but Deathstroke is left behind. Batman and Talia argue over Damian. She decides to let him care for their son, and leaves with the League of Assassins. Cast: Jason O'Mara, Bruce Wayne/Batman, Stuart Allen, Damian Wayne/Robin, Marina Baccarin, Talia al Ghul, Giancarlo Esposito, Ra's al Ghul, Cassandra Berkeley, Dr. Kirk Langstrom, Thomas Gibson, Slade Wilson/Deathstroke, David McCallum, Alfred Pennyworth, D. Bradley Baker, Man-Bats, Sean Maher, Dick Grayson/Nightwing, Diane Michelle, Francine Langstrom, Andrea Romano, Suit No. 2, Fred Tatasciore, Killer Croc, Bruce Thomas, Commissioner James Gordon, Ubu, Kari Waldron, Rebecca Langstrom. Differences between the comics and film: there are some differences between this film and the original Batman and Son story arc. In the comics, Talia al Ghul is the primary antagonist of the story arc in the comics. It is ultimately revealed that she left Damian with Batman in order to keep the Dark Knight distracted from her plans and to cause havoc in his life, not out of concern for the boy. In the movie, Talia is instead a mere damsel in distress, while Deathstroke is presented as the antagonist and fulfills much of Talia's original role from the comic book arc. Tim Drake is omitted in the film. In the comic books, he is Batman's adoptive son and the active Robin during the events of this arc, working a significant character. In the original story arc, Damian develops an antagonism towards Tim out of jealousy, going as far as trying to kill him in order to usurp his place. Batman ultimately keeps Tim as Robin by the end of the arc, while Damian is kept by the end of the film. The climactic confrontation of the original story arc revolves around Batman trying to stop the final phase of Talia's scheme to take over Gibraltar and being forced to accept Damian's help, as Tim is severely wounded. Both Talia and Damian vanish when Britain's Royal Navy bomb the ship on which they are fighting. In a complete departure, the movie's climax is about rescuing Talia from Deathstroke and stopping him from selling liquid from a Lazarus pit, with only the latter vanishing when his base is flooded. Aside from Tim Drake, Harley Quinn, Jeremiah Arkham and Jezebel Jet are present in the original arc, but were omitted in the film. Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, Killer Croc and Nightwing are absent from the original comic book arc, but were included in the film. At the beginning of the film shows Albino Duzin, the son of Ra's and brother of Talia, who, apparently, had normal relations with their relatives. Duzin al Ghul killed by Deathstroke. Soundtrack. The soundtrack to Son of Batman was released on May 20, 2014, with music composed by Frederick Whitman. Its track listing follows. Reception. The film has received mixed reviews, with IGN giving it a rating of 7.5 out of 10. References. External links: Son of Batman at the Internet Movie Database.